Hello, my girls. I don't know why I said that. I don't know why I said it like that. Okay. Hello, my girls. I hope if you are new here, I hope you stick around and subscribe for videos from me. My name is Isha, by the way. Let's jump right into this video. So I'm going to be recommending probably about 10 to 15 fall books to read this fall season that are either witchy, dark, or cutesy and cozy. So let's jump right in. So the first book on the list is The X-Hex. I started this book this fall season, so it's fresh in my mind and I would recommend. I'm gonna read the whole series. I read The X-Hex on Kindle Unlimited and I rated it about 3.75. So this book is following Vivian and Reese. Vivian put a curse on Reese because he broke her heart when she was 19 years old. This is a second chance romance and it's in a small, cozy, magical town. It's my favorite type of book to read during this season is when the town is nice, it's a small, cozy town, and it's magical. Favorite witchy type of book to read. He ends up having to come back into town because his family helped founded the town. And as soon as he comes back, the curse is like activated. Like stuff keeps happening to him. Like this man is not getting a break at all. So Vivian and Reese will team up together to break the curse. It is just all the fall vibes. I read The Spell Shop earlier this year. I read The Enchanted Greenhouse as well. And these books just feel like we're watching a cozy Disney movie. That's what these books feel like. And this book is so cutesy, so adorable. It's magical play. The people in here are eccentric. And the heroes in these books are so adorable. The heroines, so sweet and loving, and I love them down. These are YA romances, by the way. This book, her name is Keela. She's a librarian. She has a talking plant where she used to live. The empire went up into flames, basically. Riot, all the mess, okay? I'm telling you, it can't get any more cute and cozy than this. It's more like small town, and all the people there are mystical and magical as well. And then the same thing with the Enchanted Greenhouse. The greenhouses are enchanted, but like they're also dying. She ends up on the Greenhouse Island is with a grumpy gardener to save the greenhouses. Okay, now the next one is First Time Caller. B.K. Borson knows how to write a cozy romance that makes you feel like you're in the story with the people so perfectly. This one is following a single mom, Lucy, and Aiden. Lucy's daughter calls into Aiden's radio show, wants to get her mom out there in the dating room. This whole public thing for her to find her love because everyone was so touched by what she had to say about how she views loves and relationships, all that stuff. So based in Baltimore, the second book's coming out. It's also supposed to be like a Sleepless in Seattle retelling. It was so cute. I love Lucy family dynamic. Aiden, grumpy, cynic when it comes to love. I recommend. This one is Fated to Fall. I listened to the audio version of this. Another cozy, magical. And it's following, well, a human woman and a fae man. It's an arranged marriage. It's honestly kind of like enemies to lovers. They both don't want to end up getting married, so they're trying to figure out how to break a bond that they have with each other. The way the banter between these two characters were so funny. It's a really short book. Okay, so the next one is The Things We Watch. Now, the only reason that this is on this list is because of the magical realism aspect in it. It's mainly based like during the summertime. I read it during the summertime. Is that where I'm getting confused? Okay, anyway, it's a slow burn following Nina and her magical puppy, and Henry. He's the alpha wolf of the pack and he's a protector of like the community. She ends up moving into the community, and one of the rules for her to move to the community is that she needs to get married. I think you know where this is going. Okay, the next one is The Secret Society of Irregular Witches. But I absolutely adore this book. It is a found family, kind of like close proximity witchiness of a book, and it's based in the UK. Vika ends up getting hired on to train 3 little witches, and she ends up having to move into the house with all the other caretakers for the 3 little witches, building a bond with the girls and loving the girls. She's also very much a introverted, doesn't really let a lot of people in type of person. So when she moves into the house, you get to see the way the relationships are developing, how she's getting attached to these. That's why the found family aspect of this book was so amazing. Now the next one is Bride by Ali Hazelwood. I have it somewhere, do not know where I put it, but her new book is coming out May and I cannot wait to read that. But Bride is following, her name is Misery and his name is Lloyd, and it's an arranged marriage. It's a marriage of convenience. My girl Misery, she is always going through it. So the book starts off with Misery getting married off, and basically she gets married off to like to keep the peace. She ends up getting married off to Lloyd, and Lloyd is the alpha of the werewolf. Is this a spoiler? I'm about to tell y'all something. He's just very sensitive to her scent for some reason, and they end up working together to try to figure out like what's going on. And y'all know I love me magic convenience. The next one is Wishful Thinking. I read this one last year around this season. So this one is also a small town witchy universe. So Cinda is in her small town. She's a teacher. Basically, she ends up like making a wish at the beginning of the book. Alexander is her childhood crush and also her old like best friend. He's been like off venturing, traveling the world, and he ends up coming back to the town to celebrate his parents' anniversary or his mother's birthday. I can't remember which one it is. He ends up getting stuck in the town for some reason, are gravitating towards each other once again. Her and her, I'm pretty sure her cousins, I cannot remember if it's her cousin or her sister, basically when they made the wishes, it kind of like backfired and turned into exes. They're trying to unhack themselves and weird things keep happening. The next one is Half of Soul. This is also magical realism. Following Theodora and Ellis. Theodora has half her soul, so she doesn't feel emotions like normal people. I'm doing air quotations, by the way. On a quest to basically try to figure out how to get the other half of her soul, and Ellis is helping her along the way, but it's also like a raging war going on. It's witty, magical. It was so cute, and I want to read the rest of the series. Also, this is like based the Renaissance era. The last book I think I recommended last year, which is Butcher and Blackbird. It's a serial killer romance, and they're serial killers, but they're killing bad serial killers, if that makes sense. It has gore, not cute, but like cute friends to lovers. Recommend this book probably forever. It was so funny as a dark romance. I was laughing. It was perfect. The second book, I didn't like it as much as I liked the first one. That was A Marriage of Convenience, also like an enemies to lovers. It was good, but it didn't hook me like the first book. The third book, I softened it. I'm gonna go back to it. But that one's following a girl that works in a circus. The doctor, which is the last brother, was Theon. I think that's how you say his name. Theon is like the ultimate golden retriever, golden boy. I recommend all of the books. So the next one is Lovely Bad Things. I went into this blind. I was wanting to read something different because I know I'm a romance. Not romance, is woman fiction with a subplot of romance. You know what I mean? Like, I read this book. It's like a thriller. It has a subplot of romance. Following Helen and Callum. Helen is a detective and she gets caught on this case because of this murder that happened, and the murder is actually like crazy, and the whole book is confusing. As part of a series, it was a mindfuck. It really was. I put my detective hat on. You know, all that Criminal Minds was really coming into play with this. It's like mirroring a case that she worked on in the past. I'm pretty sure that Callum committed in the past, or like he was researching or something like that. She had him committed. She ends up sending Callum to an insane asylum, and she has to pull him out of the same asylum to help her work on the case because he understands the case because it resembles the case that she thinks that he was a part of. So they're working together to try to solve this case, and it was crazy. It was confusing. If you want to dip your toe into like thriller, suspense, romance reader, I recommend because I enjoyed it. The last book recommendation is, I don't know if I recommended this last year because I didn't finish the series, and I'm planning on reading the rest of the series this year. It is the Mindfuck series. This book is following a girl serial killer, and she ends up going undercover to get close to an FBI agent, and they end up, you know, maybe you don't know, they end up like getting together. She's trying to get him off her trail basically. I literally only read the first book, and that was like maybe 3 years ago. This is one of the perfect books to read during the fall time. Those are all the books that I would recommend to you this fall season. I'm trying to get more fall books so that next year when I film this video, we have a lot more books to talk about. But that's all the books I recommend to you this fall. If I think of any more, pulling on my TikTok, I might yap over there about them. Bye. Happy reading. Read you a good fall book. A cuppa of tea. It's in English and mine. No, I'm not.